If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com, and I'm the author of the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal. M.O.U.T.H is M-O-U-T-H, stands for Message of Uplift to Heal. You feel me? This is a self-healing guide through mantras and affirmation activities. This book right here is one of the tools that I use to help me self-reflect, examine my life, and always stay aware of what's going on, aware of where I'm going, aware of what I'm doing, aware of how I feel, and things like that. And I'm going to read the affirmation out of the book and then discuss and reflect on the affirmation and why I wrote it. So I wrote 100 affirmations for about a year straight in order to help me get my mind right, help me get my mind more clear, more focused on what I'm doing. You know, I was at a point in life where I wasn't appreciating everything that I had, appreciating everything I was doing, appreciating my talents, my ideas, and everything. And I knew that I wanted to. I knew that I wanted to appreciate more. I knew that I wanted to give thanks more. So I started writing affirmations every day. And after writing affirmations every day for about a year, I realized, like, this is actually helping me. So I decided to put these affirmations into a book to show you what helped me, and hopefully it can help you too. So the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal, you can get it anywhere, Amazon, bluepoetry.com, you can copy it on my website, the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal. So the affirmation I'm going to read for today is, when you don't know where to go, be still, be unmoving, move slow. One more time. When you don't know where to go, be still, be unmoving, move slow. I just said that this is one of the tools that helped me be more aware, helped me realize where I was going. And I had to, there was a point where I didn't know, there was a point where I didn't really understand, like, where the actions I was taking in my life, where the decisions I was making in my life were going to lead me. Where am I being directed to? Where am I being guided to? Where am I guiding myself? Where am I leading myself? And I still question that now, because I always want to be questioning these things. Like, I always want to be reflecting on these things. So I still question these things now, like, where am I actually going? But now I have a clear thought of, like, where I want to go, compared to before. I didn't really know. I just know that I wanted to be happy, or I know that I wanted to be prosperous, or I know that I wanted to be well off. But sometimes we don't have an idea of what that looks like. I didn't necessarily know, like, how that looked. So I had to reflect on it, and part of that reflection came with just being still, slowing down, like, stop moving, stop doing things. When you stop doing things that you normally do, the natural or the regular habits that you always do, the same things, when I stopped doing these things, I realized what I actually want to do, what I actually enjoy doing, what I actually miss doing, what I actually don't miss doing, stuff like that. So, like, part of realizing where you're going, sometimes you gotta just stop. Like, I just had to just stop. And I stopped a lot of things within this year, you feel me? Like, I stopped doing a lot of things that I would normally do, that I would do on a daily basis, that I would do all the time. And that's what this affirmation is about. When you don't know where you're going, be still, be unmoving, and move slow. Take it slow. Be more aware of your steps. A lot of times we just on auto-tune, we just on autopilot. We just, like, doing the same thing every day, and we don't even care about where the end result is. So, like, this is one of those, like, think about the end result kind of joint. Like, think about, like, where exactly is you going by doing what you're doing. If you feel like you have a direction, you have an end goal, you have a finish line, like, I had to ask myself, like, is the things that I'm doing on a daily basis leading me to my finish line? Is this taking me to where I want to go? Is this showing me what I want to see? And I can't ask myself that if I'm just, like, on autopilot, for real, if I'm just, like, going without even caring where I'm going. A lot of times we just be on autopilot. You feel me? Like pretty much like I was doing stuff like hustling on the train, not thinking about where this is going to end me off. Like, am I going to be doing this for how long? That I never even thought about, like, oh, I want to stop it on this day or this month, stuff like that. That's one of the things I had to stop. Literally, I had to break my drum. I had to break the drum to break the cycle. Because I knew if I had the drum, I'm going to hit the trains. And the funny thing is, after I broke my drum and stopped hustling on the train, I found my way back on there. But then I made it on some, I was going every day. I made it on some 2 days a week type vibe, just on weekends. And then, I think we do things, like, I don't know. I think it's okay to, like, do things that you, like, I don't know. If it's something that you want to stop doing, I think it's okay to set an end date. Like, I'm going to stop on this date. You feel me? It ain't like, you don't got to just quit cold turkey. That's why it's just be still, be unmoving, or move slow. You feel me? Like, take it slow. So I had to take it slower on the trains. I had to take it slower with certain things I was doing. Like, it's certain habits. I feel like there's certain habits that I have or that I had that I wasn't necessarily allowing myself to take into consideration whether this was a healthy habit, an unhealthy habit, whether this is leading me where I want to be, or is this slowing me down, is this something that's misdirecting me, that's going to lead me to somewhere that I don't need to be, that's trouble for me. Is there certain people in my life that I'm allowing myself to be friends with that's not really, like, doing any things for me? If I have certain goals, we all have, like, I don't know if we all, but generally speaking, like, a lot of people want to be rich and a millionaire and all of that stuff. So, like, but I don't think, like, most of us think about, like, exactly how. We just think it's miraculous going to happen. We're going to miraculously get our break. We're going to miraculously get our like some type of blueprint, or miraculously get a chance, an opportunity that's going to make it that way. But, like, I want to plan it. Like, I want to be like, all right, I'm going to do A, B, and C to be rich, to be a millionaire, to be prosperous. I want to do A, B, and C. Like, these are the things I want to do. So, like, I always wanted those things too. You feel me? I always wanted to be rich and prosperous. And I think part of actually reaching for it is realizing, or asking myself, what am I doing that's going to get me there? Is hustling on the train going to make me a millionaire? Bruh, stop. You bugging. I know that wasn't it. I know that was not it. You feel me? Like, I know it wasn't it. I know is this specific friend going to push me to be a millionaire? Is this specific friend going support me, going work with me towards my millionaireship? Is this specific habit going to be the habit that I'm going to continue to do when I'm a millionaire? Like, is this it? Like, do I need this habit? Do I need this friend? Do I need this action? Do I need this person? Do I need this relationship? Do I need this, do I need this way of speaking? Now, that's why I wrote the M.O.U.T.H book. Are there certain things I want to say? Do I need the same story? A lot of times, like what I like to say is, like, our mouth is our book, and we tell our story with our mouth. So, like, is the story that I'm telling right now going to be the story that I'm going to be telling when I'm a millie? Is it going to be the same story? Because the story, it's been times where I just might complain, or might be like, oh, this person blowing my eyes, or this person don't do nothing for me, da-da-da-da. If I have certain problems, are these going to be the same problems? Do I need the same problems? Is this problem's going to lead me? Do I want these problems? Like, do I want the same problems? I want to be, because I don't think, like, problems go away when you get to where you want to go. I just think you get a whole different set of problems. So, like, is these problems going to push me to where I want to be? Personally, I feel like everything could push you. Everything could push me to where I want to be. I feel like that's how we should roll. Like, we should roll on a tip that's like, everything. Let everything push you. You feel me? Let everything Let everything push me. Let everything lead me to where I want to be type vibe. That's how I feel like, things can be. But a lot of times I've allowed, I don't want to say we, I can't speak for everybody, but I allow certain things to distract me instead of push me, you feel me? Like take me off my path, and to the point where I'm not even questioning or even thinking about where I'm going now. Like I'm off path and I don't even care. Like I don't even care. So like what I had to realize was the time that I'm spending with myself make it beneficial to my growth. Excuse me. The time that I'm spending with other people make it beneficial to my growth. I'm the type of person, I need some like quality time with myself in order to focus on exactly what I want to do. And then I like to surround myself with others who are pushing themselves to grow too. Because I know if they're doing that for themselves, they're going to do that for me. So I had to step back, like, hold on. It's cool to be focused on being talented, to focus on sharing my gifts, my music, my ideas, my card games. It's cool to be sharing these things, but what's the point if it ain't taking me to where I want to be? If I don't know where I'm going, I gotta be still, be unmoving. I gotta move slow. I gotta take it slow and realize, like, alright, how can I take my ideas, my talents, my music, my games, my creativity? How can I take this and put this to use in this most effective way, in this most beneficial way to me, to my family, to the people in my life? How can I actually use this in the best way? How can I utilize these things to allow me to grow and not just keep me stagnant? Like there's certain things, personally, there's certain things that I've done and I'll do for a little while and then I'll stop. There's certain things I'll do and the moment is not going the way I want to go, I'll quit. There's certain things that I want to do and I procrastinate on it and put it off. And I'll hold back or find excuses why I can't do it. That's because I'm not aware of exactly why I'm doing it or where I'm going when I do it. It's not clear, like it doesn't feel like the purpose is there. So I feel like this is about purpose. When you don't know where you're going, that means like obviously I don't know my purpose. I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So if I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, then I'll definitely move with some purpose. I'll be more aware of where I'm going because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I feel like that is what this affirmation is about. If you don't know where you're going, be still, be unmoving, move slow. Like stop and think about exactly where I'm going, exactly what I'm doing, and how to do it in a way that's gonna allow me to grow and push me. You feel me? So if you don't know where you're going, be still, be unmoving, move slow, so you can take the time to meditate on it, think clearly on it, get focused, find your purpose, know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, so I ain't gotta stop midway. So I gotta stop when it get hard. Because if it get hard, like this thing's right now that's challenging, but I'm accepting the challenge instead of like, oh, I can't because it's look at this. Look, this ain't working out how I need to work out. So, like for example, the pick up poetry educational playing card game, like I ain't go hard on the Kickstarter for it, so it got like 30% funded, so I ain't get the money for that. So now I gotta find a chicken so that I could get these decks, get these pick up poetry in boxes. I'm excited to do it, but I only got about 40% of the money. So I got another 60% of the money to raise to find a way to get it in order to keep this project going. That's a challenge for me. That ain't easy right now. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't do that, so I'm going to put it off to later. Or I can't do that, so I might as well just not do nothing. Or I can't do that, so it's whatever. I'll just do something else. Negative. I'm going to raise the funds as any way as I can. I'm going to raise the funds in any way possible, because I really, really appreciate my game. I love the game. I want to definitely get it out. I appreciate everybody who helped me work on that joint. And that's how I feel. I just feel like I want to be able to push through anything, because I know why. If this was a year ago, I probably would have been on some, faced with the challenge. If this was a year ago, faced with the same challenge, or I ain't got the chicken. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've been this way for a little while, though. I feel like I would have still pushed through it, But probably around that time where I wasn't mentally right, when I was damn near depressed, I probably would have been like, yo, I don't even care, looking to give an excuse why I can't do something, But a year ago this time, I was pretty optimistic, but I think that's what it means. I think it means just think clearly, figure out exactly why you're doing something. Because if you don't know where you're going, that means you don't know why you're doing something. That's how I feel. I feel like if I know what I'm doing something for, then I know where I'm going. Because I have a plan, I have a vision, I see how I want things to be in the future. So I see how I want things in the future, that means I know where I'm going. So yeah, this is a reflection of the affirmation out of the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com. I don't know if you ever heard the Mouth of the Day song off the Blue Poetry Handbook album. You feel me? This is it right here, the Blue Poetry Handbook album. As you can see, here we go, look. Blue Poetry Handbook album on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all of that, by Quindell Evans. It got 18 songs on there. That's the rest of my albums too. Feel me? Right Now, Tonight, Palo Santo, The More They Want, The First Poets, Get 'Em More Than Black, and then the Blue Poetry Handbook. Mouth of the Day, pick up poetry, metaphor, simile, hyperbole, rhyme, alliteration, repetition, personification, oxymoron, onomatopoeia, Jalakova, Drive and Give Me Fitness, and a 15-minute fitness challenge. You feel me? A nice 14-track album, one song for each poetic element. If you know about the pick up poetry card game, those are the poetic elements that's in the card game. So I'm gonna play the Mouth of the Day song for y'all real swiftly. See, I can feel the vibe, you feel me, about I'm speaking purpose into my life so that I can live it, and I think the opposite of that would be to speak some purpose, but also speak, oh, I don't know why, and then it cancels it out. So I want to be kind of vision type vibe with it. If you don't know where you're going, that means you conflicting, you feel me? I've been there. I've been on some conflicting vibe for years, where I'm just procrastinating things, where I'm just putting things off, and now it's nah, I want to see everything, every idea. I had an idea yesterday about a book I want to write, and a lot of times I be like, I keep thinking ideas, and I'm going to do it, because I ain't going to sit on it, and a lot of times it's why would I even think of that when I know that I'm doing A, B, and C right now? But then it's nah, I do it, because I can't put nothing off. When the inspiration is there, let me get it out. I don't know if the inspiration gonna be there a year from now. I mean, it might. I feel like it might. I feel like it will. But at the same time, I might be into some other things that got me very busy. So I got this idea for this book. You feel me? It's kind of like a mouth book part 2. That's what I'm gonna say right now. But it's like it's gonna get done because of the fact that like I see myself being like, I see myself in a year doing things that are amazing. I might have other book ideas. So let me get this book out now before the next book idea come in my mind. And I ain't working on 2 books at the same time. I just finished the Blue Poetry Handbook. The actual book. This is the actual book. This ain't just the album. The Blue Poetry Handbook is the actual book. So like, I just finished this joint. I wanted to finish it in May. I finished it in November. So yeah, check it out. M.O.U.T.H. M.O.U.T.H. Message of uplift to heal. Tell the truth. Always keep it real. M.O.U.T.H. M.O.U.T.H. Message of uplift to heal. Tell the truth, always keep it real. When you're sick of life, you feel mentally ill. Stand up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. It's up to you to control how you feel. Wake up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. M.O.U.T. of the day is an affirmation that provides you with some inspiration. So when you wake up, the first thing you can do is write down a positive line or 2. It can make a big difference in your day. You don't overthink when your attention's astray. Sometimes we are so much in our feelings, but it's time to focus on your healing. When you're sick of life and feel mentally ill, stand up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. It's up to you to control how you feel. Wake up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. I advise to begin with I am, like I am a very strong man. The phrase I am is an affirmation in itself to help with manifestation and creation that grounds you in reality. Say what you want to be and watch it happen magically. Nothing's a tragedy, it's all about perspective. Every experience is a learning lesson. Watch what you say, watch what comes out your mouth. Never use your words to put yourself down. Everything that you say could be real. Think before you speak, use your words to heal. Watch what you say, watch what come out your mouth. Never use your words to put no one down. Everything that you say could be real. Think before you speak, use your words to heal. Watch what you say, watch what come out your mouth. Never use your words to put yourself down. Everything that you say could be real. Think before you speak, use your words to heal. Watch what you say, watch what come out your mouth. Never use your words to put no one down. Everything that you say could be real. Think before you speak, use your words to heal. When you're sick of life and feel mentally ill, stand up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. It's up to you to control how you feel. Wake up and write, message of uplift to heal. What's your M.O.U.T.H? Meditate on the M.O.U.T. of the day. M.O.U.T.H. M.O.U.T.H. Message of uplift to heal. Tell the truth, always keep it real. M.O.U.T.H. M.O.U.T.H. Message of uplift to heal. Tell the truth, always keep it real. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Educate. I am thankful for my voice and my ability to speak. I vow to use my words to uplift and heal myself and everyone that I reach. You feel me, them? That's the M.O.U.T. of the day. M.O.U.T. M.O.U.T.H. Message of uplift to heal. I'm Quindell Evans. BluePoetry.com. Let's go. Yeah, that's the M.O.U.T. of the day song. I hope y'all feeling that. The video is on my YouTube too, so y'all can just go check that out whenever you get the time. The M.O.U.T. of the day video was shot at like the book signing for the M.O.U.T. book signing by my man Sicky. Sicky is a long-time friend, one of them friends since the sandbox type dudes for real. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get many of those, but you get, everybody got one of those. I mean, hopefully everybody got one of those friends from the sandbox type friends, you feel me? But like, he's one of them dudes that like, I appreciate to the most high, always supported in every endeavor, in every way. You know, he do his sweet. I used to flex dance and all that, and like, he still flex dance. I'm the poet, so we decided to do something for his birthday a few years ago and mix the events. Mix like, I hold other mics and he a dancer, so we just like, all right, let's do something. So we created a flex and poetry event. And that joint Liddy. Everyone Liddy. He do that joint. I started it with him, and he just went on. And I respect it because that is a really lit event. You feel me? To have dancers and performers and one with a night. You feel me? It's like a great type of a great event. Like that's rare. That's a very rare event. Flex and poetry. Follow Sicky at Flex and Poetry. That's FLEX and Poet and the word tree. And I think his regular Instagram is Sicky Tuts. Sicky is SICKY _Tuts TUTS or TUTZ. I don't know. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to the Blue Poetry Show, Blue Poetry Podcast. I'm Quindell Evans of BluePoetry.com. Let's go.